You have to go based on the plan and not how you feel. So we officially have 6 months left of 2024, which is not that much time when you really think about it. And if you think about where we started versus where we are now, time flies by. And ask yourself, what have you actually accomplished? Have you even looked at your vision board? Have you went over your 2024 goals since you've written them? What is that one thing that you told yourself you were going to focus on for 2024? Did you focus on it? Like, what progress have we made? If you have not made any progress, or you feel like you completely forgot about your 2024 goals and you need something to get back on track for the last 6 months of the year, this is the video for you. A lot can happen in 6 months. Trust me. So if you haven't gotten started on your 2024 goals and you do not want to let another year go by feeling like you wasted your time, feeling like you have to start over from scratch, feeling like the year just went wasted, waking up, going to work, doing the same little mundane routine every single day, keep watching this video. So in these next 6 months, our focus is going to be overcoming our own self-doubt. I promise you, you are the one thing that you have to overcome. When people say it's you against you, it's really you against you. It's you against your own voice in your head. That's what you're tackling every single day. It has nothing to do with your enemies, your haters, the people that don't like you. It got nothing to do with them. It's about you and you. That's it. You're your only competition. Becoming the best version of ourselves. That's all that this channel is about. And finally stop living a boring, mundane life that we just settle for. We're not settling just for what life gives us. We're putting in the work to get to where we want to be. So let's get into it. Number one, nothing's going to get started if you don't even know where you want to be 6 months from now. Every time I feel like I get lost or I'm not being as productive as I feel like I should, I don't feel like I'm where I am with my business, whatever it is that I feel like I'm falling short on, every time I take a step back and look at it, I have lost the vision of where I want to be. Like, I don't have a clear vision of what I see for myself anymore, and I have to go back to my journal. I have to go back to my Pinterest board, to my vision board, and see, this is what I'm working towards. This is what I see for myself in the future, and that will get you back on track. So before you even start with a morning routine, before you start with journaling, meditating, you need to actually write down where you want to be in the next 6 months. Make it as clear and as detailed as possible. When you know exactly where you want to be in the next 6 months, how you want to feel in the next 6 months, it's so much easier to stay committed. It's a lot more easier when you know, this is where I want to be. Let's say, for example, you want to start a side hustle in the next 6 months. If you know what business you want to have, if you know that you want to be making an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, you're clear on what your goal is by December of 2024, you have knocked out one of the hardest parts. You have knocked out something that's going to allow you to get up every day and still work towards it, even when you see nothing going on. When there's like no motion, no results, no progress being made, that is what's going to keep you going, having a clear vision. The number one way that I recommend having a clear vision, and the easiest way to do this, is literally Pinterest. I'm such a visual person. I find it to be so much easier when I can see things. When you can see other people living out your dream life, it makes you think that it's possible. And it's like, why not me? Literally ask yourself that and remind yourself that. If you see yourself being a 6-figure business owner in the next 6 months, why can't it be you? The only difference between you and another person, I'm not going to say everybody, but there's only small differences between you and a person that is living out the dream that you want to be. If you want to lose 25 pounds within the next 6 months, it can be you. People have done it. People have lost 50 pounds, 100 pounds. It can most definitely be done, but you need to have a clear picture of where you want to be in the next 6 months. Go on Pinterest. Whatever goal you want it to be, find 2 to 3 pictures on what it is. I recommend only focusing on 2 goals. We're in the next 6 months, and if you haven't watched my 12-month year video, I focused on 3 goals. That's a little bit harder when you are a full-time student, when you have a full-time job, when you're also a daughter, a friend, you want to still have a social life. Whatever it is, whatever your situation is, I'm taking it down to 2 goals to focus on for the next 6 months. That's it. Go on Pinterest, find pictures that represent where you want to be in the next 6 months, save them into a collage, and set this as either your lock or your home screen, or I recommend to print it out and put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. I have my vision board right above my bed. I have a picture inside my journal that I look at when I'm flipping through my pages. It's right there with a sticky note, so I can always go back to it and see it. Not only that, every single morning I write down my intention so that I'm constantly reminding myself of what my vision is, and that makes it so clear, so plain, and so simple. It's very easy when you know what it is you want. And just to go a little bit deeper on that, these two things need to be something that is going to make the most impact on your life within 2 months, okay? Whatever it is, whether it's your health, whether it's your income, whether it's your school, you're a student, and you really want to make sure that you get all of your classes out the way. So let's say you want to lose 20 pounds by 2024 in December. Don't just take off Pinterest of people that have your dream body. That's not gonna always keep you motivated. Print out pictures of people on the treadmill, weightlifting, eating healthy foods. Romanticize that part. Make that part the journey. Like, make that part more enjoyable. When you can do that, that's what's going to keep you going. I think one of the biggest things that allowed me to stay so consistent with my fitness journey is that I was able to romanticize like eating healthy. Like, it gave luxury. It gave that girl. I was making my chicken Caesar salad wraps every single day. I was making my chicken breast and broccoli, taking pictures of it, putting it on my Instagram. Like, I was romanticizing the journey, and I still do. I post when I'm at the gym. I post the cute little weights. I always have nice music playing before I go to the gym, a cute outfit. Like, you have to make it fun. You have to make it enjoyable, or it's just not going to last. That's the reality of it. So after you have a clear vision and you know what two things you're going to focus on, you have your pictures ready to go, you have your Pinterest board ready to go, you know exactly where you want to be in the next 6 months. Now we have to tackle what is obviously going to come with any kind of goals, and anything that you set in life is going to come with you feeling like you're going to miss out on life. That's just what it is. And honestly, you're not going to miss out on that much. And if you convince yourself that the work that you're putting in now is worth more than you going out and partying every weekend, getting drunk, getting lit, getting turned up, that can wait, especially when it comes to your health. I can't stress that enough. If you watch any of my fitness, any videos that have to do with fitness, you already know that alcohol is what's standing in the way of you and your progress. Therefore, you might have to say no to a few people. You have to get comfortable with saying no, especially to things that you know are not going to serve you well in longevity. So you have to start getting comfortable with saying no, and you are going to miss out on some things. But I can tell you from experience, from someone who has went from being very insecure with her body to getting the body that I thought I was going to be happy with, all the no's that I said in between, to holidays, taking shots on holidays with my families, to eating the pizza, to pigging out on In-N-Out, to going out to eat every weekend, saying no to seafood boils, which are literally my favorite. My friends know, family know, anybody who knows me knows I will never turn down a seafood boil, but I had to when I was in like that transitional period. And let me give you a little, like, not even like a tip, but the one thing that I asked myself is like, okay, 6 months from now, do I want to still feel like this? 6 months from now, am I going to regret this? And I'm going to just use food for an example because I love food. But like, if I say that I'm going to eat very, very clean for 4 weeks, or I'm going to do this for 4 weeks, whatever it is, if I say no more fast food, I'm going to cook all my meals at home, and somehow I listen to the little voice in my head that says, just go to In-N-Out, just get a burger, you deserve it, you want it, you treat yourself, you've worked out all week. The satisfaction lasts for 1 second. Literally 1 second. Immediately after, I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? Why did I go off track from my goals just for something that I know? I already know how a cheeseburger tastes. You already know how it feels to be where you are right now. You know that it's going to feel a lot better to get somewhere and be a lot more comfortable with your body 6 months from now. Therefore, train your mind, train your body to get comfortable with being uncomfortable just for a little bit. It really doesn't last that long, and I always use this as an example because it's just, I feel like everybody can relate. But you know how soda tastes, you know how alcohol tastes. The In-N-Out is not going to change its taste. The McDonald's is not going to change how it tastes. Chipotle is not going to change how it tastes. You know how it tastes. You've had it plenty of times. What you haven't done is stuck to a diet plan long enough to actually see results. So try something new and remind yourself, my future self is going to thank me for this. When I tell you, I used to be on a treadmill telling myself, like, in 6 months, when I'm looking like a bad bitch, body snatch, waist snatch, I'm going to be like, thank God I stopped drinking alcohol in 8 months. Thank God past me was strong enough and had enough self-discipline to stop going out to eat every single weekend. Like, thank God I stopped drinking them Starbucks sugary ass drinks every single day before work. You're gonna thank yourself. And if you have that in your mind and you repeat that to yourself when you is in the thick of it, and it's like all your friends want to go out and get drunk and get tacos afterwards, and you be like, I'm not going to do that. You say no, because honestly, you know yourself, and some of us don't have the self-control enough yet to actually go out with our friends and order a water from the bar. Like, be for real. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that. Tell yourself in the moment, like, it's not going to last forever. The feeling, the satisfaction of rewarding yourself with something you've always wanted, like losing weight or whatever it is, feels a lot better than feeding into just temporary pleasures. Like, and I feel like, not to sound, I never want to beat myself up and I never want to make myself feel bad, but you have to have a reality with yourself and just tell yourself, you being weak as hell. Like, that's just what it is. By me not being able to commit to my goals, stick to my diet, that's so weak of me. And I have that in my head. I'm like, you do that, you a weak ass bitch. Like, literally, that's just what it is. And I'm the type of person, I'm very competitive. So when it comes to stuff like that, I'm like, okay, let me check myself. Let me get myself in check. Over with. Let me commit. I have not been doing the best with filming, but I've been reminding myself, like, where do you see yourself in 6 months? You have to go based on the plan and not how you feel. Your feelings don't matter when you're trying to get to a goal. It's about your plan. Regardless if you feel like going to the gym or not, the action has to come before the feeling. You have to put in the work and then you feel good. Everybody knows after they go to the gym, well, some of us, you're going to feel so much better. You feel a lot happier. So why is it that when we don't feel like going to the gym, we just sit in bed and don't go? And then guess what? The next day we feel even worse because we know we should have went. It's literally like a domino effect. Keep putting in the work and keep reminding yourself, at the end goal, you're gonna celebrate your past self from sticking it out and saying no to people. What will happen if you don't lose the weight? What will happen if you don't make the money? And if it's like, okay, I want to make, or I want to save $10,000 in 10 months. If this doesn't happen and you don't commit to yourself for 6 months, and for whatever reason, it's your fault that you're not here in 6 months, what's going to happen? What are you going to be missing out on? You can't go on those trips. You can't eat out. You're not going to be financially free. You're not going to be able to spend money the way you want. You're not going to be able to move out of your parents' house. Whatever it is, write down a list of things, as many as you can, of what the consequences are going to be if you do not put in the work to get to where you want to be, and you do not stay bored long enough to actually start seeing results. Because I can tell you this, when you start seeing results, it's easy to keep yourself motivated. It's so easy to keep yourself motivated. I went on like a little run right before I got my car where I was like, I'm about to post on TikTok every single day and get my business out there. It was so boring in the beginning, and I'm like, why do I keep doing this if nobody is even seeing my videos? The first video that blew up and allowed me to make $4,000 in a day, you think the next couple of days that went by, you think that I was thinking, oh, I'm not gonna post, I'm gonna skip a day? Baby, I never skipped a day after that. Like, it's so easy to commit when you see the results. The hard part is when you don't see the results. So remind yourself of what you're gonna be missing out on. When it would come to me not wanting to edit a video to post on my TikTok account for my business, I will always remind myself, like, okay, this could be the video that make you another $3,000 in a day. You might miss out on that. Snap me right out of it. Literally snap me right out of it. Moving on to our second step, you're going to write down your exact game plan for the next 6 months. If you want to lose 25 pounds in 6 months, you need to write down how many calories you're going to eat, how much vegetables you're going to eat, how much protein you're going to intake every day, how many steps you're going to get in every day, how long you're going to weight lift for every day, what workouts you're going to do for the next 6 weeks, and then write your new plan for 6 weeks, because I always go 4 to 6 weeks with my workouts. So you need to write down exactly what you need. I will insert my food and fitness planner of what I did when I was really like in it, and like in that area where it's like, okay, I'm done playing. I knew exactly what I was eating every single day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I know exactly how much water I was going to drink every single day. I know exactly what workouts I was going to do. And if I didn't hit my 15K steps, I was outside 8, 9 p.m. walking slide trying to get to my step goal. Like, you don't want it bad enough if you are not going to sit down and write down a detailed action plan of what you're going to do. I know exactly what videos I am filming for the month of July and August. I know my game plan. I know how many times a day I'm going to film. I know what days I'm going to edit on. I know how I want my thumbnails to look. It's literally all in my iPad. I know exactly what I want to do. You have to get so detailed. You have to close the gap and make it as small as possible for you to even say, I don't feel like doing it today. You have to close that gap. When you have your plan and it's already ready to go, your camera is charged every single day, you have your memory card, your SD card, you got everything you need. It's hard to say no. It's like at that point, you really being weak, girl. Most people, unless you are just a lucky bastard, you don't just wake up one day with all your goals. You don't just wake up with 1 million followers. You don't wake up with $30,000 in a bank account. You don't wake up with your dream body. It's in the 300 days that you go to the gym every day, that you get on the treadmill every day, that you meal prep every single day. It's in those days where the big changes start to happen. You need to have your detailed plan. Schedule it out. Write it into your to-do list every single day. Non-negotiable. This is how you're going to make those changes in 6 months. Regardless if things are perfect or not, which I'm one of those people who, if I say that I'm going to work out for 45 minutes and I know I don't have enough time, I just won't do it. Like, I have to have it by the plan or I just won't do it. I have stopped doing that. If I can't work out for 45 minutes, I will take Sky on a 15 or 25 minute walk. If I can't meal prep all my food for the week, I will meal prep for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I've just did that. It's literally Wednesday when I'm filming this video, and when I'm done, I gotta go grocery shopping to get more food so that I can finish meal prepping for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot focus on trying to be so perfect all the time. That is only going to keep holding you back and holding you back and holding you back. That has set me back so much, especially when it has come to my YouTube channel, because I feel like the video has to be perfect, the thumbnail has to be perfect, the title has to be perfect, the lighting has to be perfect, audio has to be perfect. When you do that and then that's what stops you from getting the next video out, it's literally somebody out there that's chugging out videos every single day, perfect or not, inspiring people, motivating people, doing big numbers. Sometimes quantity overpowers quality, and especially with your weight loss, as long as you're doing something every day, some change is gonna come, especially in the beginning. And especially as a beginner, I can tell you that for myself. I was doing so many things wrong in the beginning. I was trying to do body recomposition and I was going way over my calories. Guess what? I was still going down in some way. The butt was getting bigger, but my stomach was still going down. So it's like, you have to get out of your head. And I have so many people out there who are like perfectionists and everything has to be perfect before they put it out. The video has to be spick and span before they put it out. Put the content out. Go to the gym for 10 minutes. Go on a 10, 15 minute walk if you can't do 30. Do what you can. You have to get in the habit of doing what you can. Not every day is going to be perfect. Like, literally, things happen. Things happen every single day. But you have to get over perfectionism. And by getting over that, you do that by doing what you can day by day. Set systems up in place that allow you to still get something done. I have a jump rope at home. So if I can't go to the gym, I'll jump rope for 25 minutes. It's the small things that matter. I'm telling you, not only are the 3 things that I mentioned in this video going to be very, 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 very effective, and these are going to be the reasons why 6 months from now you have results and not excuses, but obviously I'm always, in every single video, I'm going to let you know how important mindset is. And if you don't believe that it's possible, that is the truth. Whether you believe you can do it or you believe you can't, it's the truth for you. Like, if you haven't experienced that and you don't believe that to be true, give all these things a try. Believe in yourself and you'll see. Give them all a try and not believe in yourself, and you'll see where you are in 6 months. Whatever it is. And the way that I do this, because obviously imposter syndrome is so real, and no matter what, how many times I get on here and talk about it, you will have those moments where that little voice in your head is trying to tell you, like, why do all this work? It's not going to happen. It's not for you. Every morning, before those thoughts can even creep in my head, I'm doing my affirmations, I'm journaling, I'm meditating, I'm going over my vision board. I really have shifted so much towards Pinterest now these days and not social media, because what Pinterest does is when you look at certain kind of content for a while, it will feed you more and more of those pictures. So because I look at so much things about business, like I will show y'all. Let me show y'all my Pinterest actually. Healthy food. I'm always looking at nail ideas, but editing for YouTube. More healthy food, even though my plates never look like that. Look at my Pinterest. Like, this is what pops up when I open it. So instead of spending your time on the shade room and on Instagram where it's messy and it's not inspiring, and if you don't F with Pinterest like that and you just really resonate with Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, start interacting with accounts that inspire you, motivate you, and follow people that are where you actually want to be. I also do that on my pages. So like, even if I do open it on days where I don't feel like going to the gym or I don't feel like posting on social media, I have this freaking random guy who's a social media guru who talks about how much passive income he makes from posting on social media, and instantly I'm like, let me post on social media. Or I don't want to go to the gym, or I want to just order DoorDash, and I have this fitness guru on my page whose body is banging, and she's posting what she's cooking for dinner. She's in the kitchen. She's posting her workout. She's posting how she's already, it's 8 in the morning, and this girl has already went to the gym, ate her breakfast, stopped and got coffee. She's on her second workout, and she already got 10K steps. How can you not be motivated and inspired by that? Like, you have to make it a conscious effort to, like, surround yourself with people who are doing the same things as you. That's such like a hack and such a little trick to trick yourself into believing and thinking that you actually deserve to put in the work to get to where you want to be. I know it sounds crazy in the beginning, but once you start to implement these things into your life, it does get easier, and it does become just a part of your normal lifestyle. And these are where those changes come from. Like, this is where it's made. And I feel like when people ask you, like, how are you doing it? How are you still posting on social media? How are you still working? How are you still passing all your classes? The small things that I do, the small little things that I say no to, that people are going to look at you and be like, oh, she don't want to go out with us anymore. She thinks she all that. She thinks she better than somebody. No, baby. I just got goals, and I'm just back focused. And that's the mindset you have to have. Like, you're back focused. You have to put yourself first. You're the priority. You're the prize. Like, nothing else outside of that is the prize. When I say it's you against you, I mean it's you against your internal thoughts. And I always get reminded of this when I'm so tempted to go off track, and so tempted to go. And even when I do, because yes, I do have days where I know I'm only supposed to be eating my meal prep and drinking my water, but I go bowling for somebody's birthday and I'm 3 shots in. But the next day I think about it like, girl, you lost to yourself again because you couldn't say no to what you knew was not going to serve you in the long run. That's literally the reality of it. And if you are someone who one of your biggest goals is like getting in shape, getting it together, trying to stick to healthy eating, if you know, you know. I have a finished journal that goes over what you plan, what you eat, you plan what you're going to get from the grocery store, you plan how much water you drink. And this is something you look at every day, whether digital or print. If you want it, it is going to be in my description box down below, because I still use it to this day. Even as someone who has been through so many just like fitness journeys and changes, and I'm up and then I'm down, and I want to be thick and then I want to be skinny and then I want to be slim, thick, like whatever it is, you have to have something written down. You have to have a plan on paper, which is why I made it, because it was something I wanted, and I wanted it to be specific to what I like, because I'm picky. But yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have a summary at the end so that you can actually implement these things, because I just want this video to be as helpful as possible. These are things that I'm doing, and in my upcoming vlogs and videos, I want to show you guys how I actually implement it daily, especially on weekends, because people feel like weekends are like days off and let me chill. I don't have to pray on Saturday. I don't have to meditate and visualize. I don't have to go to the gym on the weekends. It's like, no, those days count. Like, literally, those days count. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.